Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Swami Jyotirmayananda Society, our journey to self realization. Please subscribe for the mystical meanings and to enjoy daily satsang. We are currently exploring Srimad Bhagavad Gita, commentaries by my worshipful Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayananda Ji Maharaj, narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. We are currently on chapter number 16, also known as Dev Asuri Sampatti Vibhag Yoga, or the Yoga of Divine and Demoniac Qualities. And today we are starting from Shloka number 22. So Lord Krishna continues to guide Arjuna. एतैर्विमुक्तः कौन्तेय तमोद्वारे स्त्रीनेभिर्नरः आचरत्यात्मनः श्रेय स्ततो याति परां गतिम्. Freed of those three gates to hell, one promotes blessedness for his own soul, O son of Kunti, and thus attains the supreme abode. So, as we had discussed in yesterday's satsang, the three gates to hell are lust, which is perverted passion, anger, and greed. So, these three gates have to be avoided at all costs for spiritual aspirants, and then on the path of purity one attains the supreme abode of God, also known as mukti, nirvana, liberation, the northern path, the path of light, etc. Moving on to the next shloka number 23. यः शास्त्रविधिमृत्य सृज्य वर्तते कामकारतः न स सिद्धिमवाप्नोति न सुखं न परां गतिम्. He who ignores the scriptures and conducts himself according to his own desires does not attain perfection or happiness or the supreme goal. So, this is mainly Lord Krishna is guiding average people or people who are not spiritual necessarily to bring out the glory of the scriptures and how important the scriptures are for a human being in order to walk the path of righteousness, because they guide us properly, but also they need to be explained properly. Scriptures can be complex and sometimes navigating the meanings can be very difficult. So that's why all the sages and saints encourage qualified students to be taught by qualified teachers. Then it's a beautiful combination. A sadhaka, we are all spiritual aspirants, and then when we are guided by qualified, authentic teachers, the combination becomes dynamic. But others who don't, they are caught in the web of life and death, and they ignore the scriptures. So as a result they get frustrated and they don't find happiness or their supreme goal. What's the supreme goal? Obviously liberation, to break the cycle of life and death forever, terminate it once and for all. So that supreme goal does not easily come to these people who are ignoring the scriptures. Finally, the last shloka of this chapter, chapter number 16. तस्माच्छास्त्रं प्रमाणं ते कार्याकार्यव्यवस्थितौ ज्ञात्वा शास्त्रविधानोक्तं कर्म कर्तुमिहार्हसि. Therefore, let the scriptures be your guide in determining what is right and what is wrong. Knowing what is in accordance with the scriptures, you must perform your duties in the world. So, again, here God is glorifying the scriptures, whether they are the Upanishads or the Bhagavad Gita or any scripture written by sages and saints through their intuitive experience, realization, and therefore these scriptures are best studied in the format of a satsang like we are doing currently right now, or longer satsang. So it doesn't matter whether the satsangs are short or long. What's important is that they be full of wisdom and that they guide you properly with the proper authentic knowledge, because sometimes scriptures can be very complex and they can confuse even highly intelligent people, because this journey is not just intellectual, it's also mystical. So to understand the context of the scriptures becomes very important. And therefore Lord is continuing to say that no, live your life and follow the scriptures, then you will perform your duty in the world in a productive and in a beautiful manner, while also securing your future journey. With this, we conclude this beautiful chapter, and let us join our hands in gratitude and thank Lord Krishna and Gita Maharani. Om Tat Sadati Srimad Gita Su Upnishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Daivasura Sampatti Vibhaga Yoga Nama षोडशोऽध्यायः सम्पूर्णम्. Glory to Lord Krishna, Bhagwan Krishna ki Jai. Om Tat Sat. Thus in the Upanishad of the Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge of Supreme Brahman, the scripture of yoga, ends the 16th chapter entitled The Yoga of Divine and Demoniac Qualities. So now we are starting chapter number 17, which is the second to last chapter of this beautiful, profound scripture, Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 17 is known as Shraddha Traya Vibhag Yog. Shraddha is the faith, Traya means three, Vibhag are divisions, Yoga is to connect with God. So Shraddha Traya Vibhag Yog, the yoga of threefold faith. Human beings are born with a specific nature dependent upon the actions performed in the past. As we often say, we are not just this product of this life, we are a continued journey in progress. This is just one small dot on an infinite line. So, a person's faith is directly related to the impressions gathered in one's mind. So, this mind is extremely complex. Understanding the mind is of profound significance. He is led by his faith to follow the path that most agrees with his natural inclinations, inherent tendencies, what we are born with. An aspirant should gain an insight into the characteristics of sattvic faith as contrasted with rajasic and tamasic faith. As you know, sattvic faith is pure faith, purity, rajasic is worldly activity, and tamasic is inertia, or um, the activities that distract us from progress. He should cultivate the qualities of sattvic faith and avoid those of rajasic and tamasic faith. So that is what the emphasis is in this chapter, how to increase sattva. Sattva is purity, because that is the ultimate test of our spiritual progress, whereas we remain in sattva most of the time. How do we do that? By following the integral yoga, the four steps, which is what Bhagavad Gita also says, and so do most of the scriptures, and sages and saints also expound on this, which is devotion, selfless service, meditation, and scriptural study, wisdom. When sattvic faith unfolds in one's heart, he will move effortlessly towards self realization. So the focus should be to infuse ourselves with sattva. So, whereas we study the scriptures and do our nama japa, likhit japa, prayers, devotion, etc. So, Arjuna is asking the first question in this shloka, in this new chapter, chapter 17, Shraddha Traya Vibhag Yog. Arjuna Vacha Ye Shastra Vidhi Mritsrajya यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः तेषां निष्ठा तु का कृष्णा Satvamaho Rajastamaha. Arjuna asked, those who renounce the ordinances of the scriptures and worship God on the basis of their faith alone, what is their position, O Krishna? Is it sattvic, rajasic, or tamasic? So, hearing Lord Krishna expound upon the glory of the scriptures, the significance of the scriptures, the importance of proper qualifications, Arjuna naturally is asking a profound question. What happens to those people who don't get the opportunity to study scriptures? So here Lord says, Shri Bhagavanu Vacha, Trividha Bhavati Shraddha Dehinam Sa Swabhavaja Satviki Rajasi Chaiva Tamasi Cheti Tam Shranu. The blessed Lord said, faith inherent in one's nature is of three types in the embodied beings: sattvic or pure faith, rajasic or impure faith, and tamasic, dull faith. May you hear about it. So here God is saying, naturally, based on our birth, we bring these kind of tendencies, either pure or impure or dull. And based on that, God says, सत्त्वानुरूपा सर्वस्य श्रद्धा भवति भारत श्रद्धामयोऽयं पुरुषो यो यच्छद्रः स एव सः. Faith in every individual is according to the nature of one's chitta, the impressions that are formed in the mind stuff from countless births. A person is of the nature of his faith. Whatever his faith is, so he is, O Arjuna. So here God is demystifying this journey. He basically is confirming that over countless lives, over countless births, in each birth we have developed certain positive and negative traits, which are all accumulated in our chitta, or the storehouse of consciousness where everything resides. In that consciousness, based on whatever is in there, is what we will react to in this current birth. We will automatically, so if we have done a lot of good, naturally we will be pure minded, we will enjoy satsangs, we will enjoy study of scriptures or devotion, those kind of things. But if that has not happened and we were worldly very successful, then we will obviously be more interested in running to do business transactions, buy bigger houses, cars, material things, etc. And if we are dull, then we will be of that nature, lazy, lethargic, or procrastinators, and so on. That becomes the essential nature of people. And you may have seen sometimes in the same family of the same parents, two kids are born. One is of rajasic nature and the other one is of tamasic or sattvic nature. It can depend based on what they are bringing from their past lives. So here God is answering Arjuna's question, and we will continue this satsang journey in tomorrow's satsang, where we will pick up shloka number 4 from chapter number 17. This is Swami Nikhilananda. Hari Om Tat Sat.